What's happening, life gainers? It's Lamont Tyson. I'm back in the building midday Wednesday, bringing you some of the best entertainment you're going to find on YouTube. Joining me today is an esteemed Black filmmaker. I'm happy to say I'm sitting at his feet being mentored. It's my main man, Antoine Allen. Let's give this man a hand clap. What's going on, Mr. Allen?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me. I appreciate your support, your amazing spirit and soul, man.
Brother, well, it takes people like you creating inspiration for those of us sitting outside looking in on how people can do things we've never done. And something that a lot of us would like to do because we enjoy watching TV is at some point in time getting off some of the ideas we have in our mind for telling stories, getting involved in Hollywood, that whole thing. And you've shown a pathway to do it. But every superhero, and you are in the superhero class, has an origin. How did you get started in filmmaking, producing? You've got over 20 credits for writing, directing, creating, and producing. How did you get started?
Well, filmmaking was not a part of my plan. I
Mhm.
started in the music business, managing up and coming artists in the inner city. Um, I had a friend of mine named Terrence I went to junior high with, and he was like, Antoine, come by the studio one day and just hang out. I said, okay. So I went by the studio, hung out, and I fell in love. I just fell in love with the energy. So I start reading over their contracts. I don't know why they came to me. I'm a special ed student. I was a D student, but I understand contracts. I went to the library and just understand the words because some rappers would take advantage of. So I did that for a while, worked with some artists. I did mostly A&R work. A&R work is the department that helped develop artists, like artist development. We don't have that anymore, but it was artist development. And so I did that for a while, worked with the artists. But when you're working with artists, especially from the inner city, not only do you manage them, you manage their trauma. They come on a
Mhm.
lot of unpacked trauma, so you got to kind of be like the babysitter in some cases. So it wasn't going as planned because I wanted to be the puff daddy. I wanted to be the one, but it just didn't work out. So I started doing music videos. Music videos was great because I got to imagine my world, but same situation. And then with artists, they want to do the same videos with the money, the girls. And I just wasn't into it. I felt like I could bring more to it. So when you have situations like that, you have two options. You either give up or you reinvent yourself. I didn't want to give up because I love the art so much, but I was like, how could I find my way? Because when you're managing a talent, they have your career on hold. If they don't want to get up or if they get in trouble, your career stops because you're a manager. So I decided, let me do my first short film. My first short film was actually Lola, but it was under a different name, Split Decision. And I said, let me just do it. I used my own money, spent my own money in my pocket, and I just let me just better myself. Let me see what I could do. And it was amazing. I won my first award at a film festival. It took me places I never went before. Coming from the inner city, coming from South Side Jamaica, Queens, you know, you don't travel too much. We don't have the money. So if you go to Manhattan, it's like you made it. So my first festival was in California at the Action on Film Festival, and I won my first award. And that validation took me just I said, "Oh, I could do this. Like I could do it." So that's why I fell in love with filmmaking. And if someone told me 10, 15 years ago I'll be this award-winning filmmaker doing female boxing franchises, I would laugh in their face. God got a great sense of humor.
Certainly does. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen what became Lola, the thing that got him started, the film that got him kicked in, I've got a quick clip for you guys to see, and then we'll talk about where you can go and watch it and what we can expect from Lola too. Take a quick look at this. This is one of Antoine's greatest creations. His baby is all his. He owns all the rights. Take a look.
All women all over the world to know that the time is now, that we stand up and fight. We are just as good as any man. Anything a man tries to do, we can do it too. So whatever you believe in, whatever you want to fight for, you stand up and do it, and you don't let anybody make you a damsel in distress. You are the hero in your story.
Wow. Mr. Allen, talk to me about the inspiration for Lola and what it took you to get it from short film to a full-fledged feature film.
I mean, it took faith. When I did my first short, um, I was just doing it to validate myself. It's like my therapy. So I did my first short, did really well, and
I think we lost him, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be back in just a second. I've seen Lola. It's a great film. It's one of the great. There he is. We've got him back.
I'm sorry
Go
about
ahead.
that. Yeah, so
You good?
when I did the short film, it was more of my foundation and really getting out there. And I said, let me do the feature, but I didn't have the time to do other projects like I wanted to. So I said, let me do the short film. Also, let me do the feature version. But until I got to feature version, I did other projects. I did 10 projects before I did the Lola One feature because at the time I had finance to do it. So when I did it, I felt so validated. You know, when you better yourself and really, really look in the mirror and let that be your validation, you can do so much. And it did really well. And I'm just excited. Everybody see part 2 now.
A lot of people have the aspiration to be in film, to tell a story that they have in their brain. I think that anyone can tell a story because everybody's story is unique to them. How were you able to make it with not a lot of money and not going to Hollywood begging? Because horror stories people hear oftentimes is that they spend their whole entire life trying to get something to Hollywood, and Hollywood never comes to help them, whatever the case may be. And most people are kind of short on cash, especially in these inflationary times we're living in today. So how was you able to do it without going to Hollywood and on a short budget?
So for Lola One, I use the same type of environment, the same type of culture in the music business. The music business, when a record label say no to you, that's fine. We make our own label. I come from that Jay-Z, that 50 Cent, that Master P, that Cash Money cloth, that build your own table, the food tastes better. And that's the vibe I come from. Now in the music, in the film business, it's hurry up and wait. Please, they wait for their chance, because in the music business, we just are more aggressive. In the film business, it's just not like that. But it's becoming that. So once I did that, I work a regular job. I was working in the hotel business. I did security. And the same money we spend on clothes, vacation, other things, invest in yourself. It's no different than spending $100K in debt in a college tuition. So that's what I did. I invested the first film, me and my team, we just raised the money. And with Lola One, we had 2 issues. Lola One, I'm type 2 diabetic, so I was taking care of myself. So I almost died making this film, part 1. And then I had another issue. It was an issue, it was a revelation. I had a few investors, but just one investor wanted to put up money to cover the whole film. But her only thing was she wanted a licensed, fair person to play the lead. So guys, sometimes in any entertainment business, colorism is really real. She didn't want a dark-skinned person to play the lead. Now, most filmmakers or most artists would say, you know what? Okay, whatever you want, I'm taking the money. But since I know who I am, I'm not going to do that. So I passed on that. I could have got the film made a bigger budget. I just passed on it and better myself and plant those seeds. So that was part 1. And part 2, Lola 2, it was during COVID. And I really wanted to do it. And everybody said, Antoine, wait till COVID over. Don't rush it. But my heart, the spirit told me, Antoine, just try. Go out there. By the time I had the finance to help. So I met this incredible human being, Monica Floyd. We was on Clubhouse together. Clubhouse is this app. You talk to people audio-wise. And we met. I told her what I was doing. She believed in my vision. And she blessed me to help me do Lola 2. We came together as partners. She worked with Spike Lee and a whole other project she worked with. And she believed in me. And that's what happened when you better yourself. Because the more you invest in yourself, the more people want to invest in you.
Wow. Amazing. I think that one area that you mentioned where I think some people who are doing film or trying to get into film get caught up in is how or what was the setup for you meeting the people that provided some funding to get some of your projects off the ground? Did you do a lot of networking? Was these people already in your networks? What was your mindset and your modality in order to find people to invest in a vision that you had that you knew would work?
So I realized that people are not going to invest in your dreams. You got to show them. You got to show them to them. And sometimes you show them to them, they still don't invest. But I realized, let me spend my own money first. Let me do my trial and error, hit my head, and invest in myself first. So when I do take someone money, I can give their money back. So a lot of times you got artists, filmmakers, asking people to invest in a project. Then you got to look and remember, what have you done for yourself? Why would someone invest in yourself? Your idea can't just be enough. You can't just be a one-trick pony. So I said, let me invest in myself first and then start coming to people and now have a track record. Now that no might be a maybe. Just put yourself in a better position. A lot of times we don't realize we're going against the grain. We're not putting ourselves in the best position to get that yes. So let me do the work first. Let me build my resume first, and then I present it. So now if I get a no, they just can't see the vision. And sometimes that's okay. It's your vision. They're not supposed to see it.
Wow. So you've been able to overcome, and you've got one great thing on the horizon coming here in April, and that's Lola 2. Talk to us about Lola 2, where it's dropping, the day is dropping, the network is on, and how did you make connections so that Lola could be spread into this great new network that it's going to be dropping on?
So Lola 2 will be available on my birthday, April 6th, on all black streaming service. It's all black. You get the app you also get the app on Prime, Amazon Prime. They have all the apps, so you get it on Amazon Prime. But yeah, all black was amazing. I got that deal. When I did Lola 1, I worked with this distribution company called Homestead. They're a great distribution company. I worked with them on Lola 1, and they set the deal up for Lola 2. And that's how I got the connection. But once again, you have to do the work on yourself. No one's coming for you. So I just tried my best to do more as possible. If you work with those companies, unless you like top priority, they're going to do the deal, and then, they're going to do what they got to do. But you got to really push your own films and really go out there and push it. You can't wait for nobody. There's so much content out here that you're going against the timeline. So the more you do for yourself, the more you invest in yourself, the more people want to invest and spend time with you.
What's different about the Lola journey in part 2 versus part 1? Great story. Young lady overcoming all kinds of obstacles. What is she going to endure in this coming story?
Well, this journey was different. I had a partner. When you doing those projects, man, it's hard to find a great partner that, when you're a leader, sometimes people don't realize the strong people in your life, they need help too. So finding a partner like Monica Floyd to help me produce this, it was really great. Like, I wanted Roy Jones's film, but I couldn't reach him. And when I was reaching him, it just wasn't responding back. I told Monica, hey, Monica, I want Roy Jones, one of my favorite boxers. He was on set. He came over from Russia to be on set. That's why I say you got to nourish your relationships. And this journey, Lola, she's becoming a mother. She's getting married now. She going through an emotional roller coaster. This is showing a grown woman that's going through grown woman problems, and we get to see the other side of a woman outside the boxing ring. We got Carissa Shields in it, the #1 female boxer in the world. We got Roy Jones in it. We got Elise Neal. We got Tamala Jones. We had a few great actors in this film to take it to the next level. And me and Monica, my business partner, we put this film together. We hit this out the park. This is night and day from Lola 1.
Wow. Amazing, man. I'm so happy for you. So you've got this coming. It's going to do well. What's next for Antoine Allen? What do you got in the pipeline that people can be looking forward to over the next 5 years?
Well, so this year I have maybe 2-3 features dropping besides Lola. I have a faith-based film, a Christian film called Driving Force. That'll be out later this year. Great film. I got a Christmas film coming out, Christmas with My Girls, that you are part of, one of my other business partners. And then I have a few horror films coming out. I have a few projects in the pipeline, but the main thing is my Christian film, Driving Force, and my Christmas film, Christmas with My Girls, that's coming out this year.
You've lived a storybook life. You've done great things in this industry without having to really go to Hollywood. You've paved your own path. What would you tell young Antoine Allen if you could get into a time machine, having seen what you've seen, and go back 20 years ago and talk to that young Antoine Allen? What would you tell that individual now that you've seen some things that you've done over these past 20 years?
I'm happy we didn't give up.
Oh, we lost him again, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be right back. We get into the good part. The part now where he's going to let us know kind of that term, that cliche term, hindsight is 2020. I think that there comes a part in everybody's life when we're older and we see all these things that we wish we would have known when we was younger. So I'm asking him about that just so that we can see what is it that he's seen, being that he's been in the film industry, he's been in music, he's been in acting, he's been directing, he's been in film. What is it that he could have told young Antoine Allen that would have saved him a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of hassle? We're going to figure that out from him when he comes back. And while we wait for him, what is it that you can say to yourself? Okay, we've got him back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry about this. I hope you're going to edit this because people keep calling me. Anyway,
okay.
So I would tell my young self, I'm happy that you did not give up. You know, being from a trauma environment, being molested, being in special ed, being homeless. I didn't give up. I didn't give up myself. And I realized when we go through those trauma situations, it's not our fault. It's the people around us. We can't control how we come in this life, but we damn sure could control how we end this life. So I am a walking testimony. I'm a walking testimony when life do you wrong and it's not fair, you can take control of your life. And I realized the first person to validate you is the person in the mirror. And after that, everything will go as planned. You just got to not give up on yourself and just realize that, you know, a lot of times we waste our energy on individuals that's low hanging fruit because we see the potential. And sometimes all it is potential. You really got to better yourself and spend time on you. You know, growing up in the inner city, a lot of us just take crumbs because that's what we program, we take crumbs. Stop doing that. Really better yourself and say, you know what? I'm amazing. I'm enough. I love myself. How could I get to point A to point B? And yeah.
Wow. And I'll get you out of here on a couple of things real quick. So you spend a lot of time directing and writing and creating film. What does someone like yourself enjoy to watch?
Well, I have a guilty pleasure, and maybe because me and my wife in this, I love Lifetime movies. I love watching Lifetime movies. But the last great movie I seen was The Reading with Monique on BET Plus. Man, that was amazing.
It was great.
That was amazing.
I mean, would you ever aspire to want to work with Monique at some point in time in your career? So, ladies and gentlemen, he's doing this on his phone, so you have to bear with us. There he is. Got him back.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, you good? Would you ever aspire to want to work with someone like Monique at some point in time in your career?
Yes. I'm actually that's gonna be on my radar next year. Monique is an amazing actress. Also, another great show we're watching is The House Divided. That's on All Black. Taja V. Simpson is in that too, and one of my business partners, Dan, is a producer and creator of that. So yeah, I watch different things here and there. But yeah, I'm a consumer. I watch a lot of stuff.
Gotcha. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor and a pleasure to have someone that has done it in Hollywood, outside of Hollywood, and has made a name for himself. And as he's educated me, instead of chasing Hollywood, you become Hollywood and you get a career in making movies. And Mr. Allen, how can people find you on the social media? If they want to see what you're up to, how can they find you?
Go to Antoine.
And by the way, his links are in the video description, ladies and gentlemen. For anyone that's watching, you can go to AntoineAllen.com.
Yes,
he also has an IG.
Yes, go to AntoineAllenFilms.com. That's AntoineAllenFilms.com. We're going to do another interview because this my phone keep messing up. I should do this on laptop. I don't know why I did it on my phone.
Oh, it's all good, brother. It's my audience is loving audience. This has happened before. But go ahead and finish your thought.
But yeah, so yeah, you go to AntoineAllenFilms.com. You can look me up, see some of my other movies, see my interviews. But yeah, I just, I'm out here showing people that anything is possible, man. If I could get you where I get to, you can do the same thing. We just got to bet on ourselves and stop letting the noise affect our vision.
Amen to that, brother. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you guys my journey as I'm going and the great people I'm meeting with. I know a lot of you believe in what I'm doing and you follow some of the trails I made. Well, my trail has led me to Mr. Allen, and follow this brother. He's doing big things. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. You guys can still follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I got a podcast that comes with it. You can download that. And in the future, I'll keep you posted. I'm going to be going a lot this week because I'll be in LA doing some learning and some meeting some people myself. But I will chart the journey so you guys can see as I go. To that next video, we out.
See you later, guys.